If you're an Instagram creator who wants to be more consistent on Pinterest, you need to link your accounts. And Pinterest gives you a fantastic on-platform way to do this with account claiming. But if you want to maximize your potential reach, your success, then this is not a feature that you want to just turn on, set, and forget. This feature has been around for a little while, but it has gone through some recent updates that will streamline this auto posting process. So today, in partnership with Pinterest, we are going to cover the right way to auto post your Instagram content to the platform. So first, we're going to cover just the basic logistics, how to claim your account. Then we're going to cover some best practices to implement into your workflow once the content starts auto posting. Let's get into it. So the connection process is extremely straightforward. On your Pinterest profile, you'll go into the right-hand corner and click on Link to Pinterest. You'll be prompted to claim your account, and once that's connected, you will be provided with a few more customization options. You'll be able to choose what board you want these posts to go to. I set this up ages ago to automatically go to my profile, which in hindsight was not the best strategy. So now that we're here, I'm actually going to change this so that it goes to a private social board, and I'll show you why after. Next, I want to highlight this feature update where they have added the ability to exclude keywords. So if there is a specific keyword or phrase in your Instagram post, it will not pull it over to Pinterest. This is a great tool for omitting things like sponsored content where you might have hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored, because it's not always a given that that campaign is running on multiple platforms. Though I do always recommend that you try to negotiate Pinterest in as an add-on to your IG brand deals, but another conversation for another day. I also think this is a great tool to maybe omit posts that you know up front are just not a great fit for Pinterest. You can maybe make up your own hashtag that you put in here, or some other type of code word that you don't think anyone else will pick up on. I actually think for me right here, I'm going to put in hashtag ad. And then if I do have any brand deals that require cross promotion, I'll just do that manually. And that is literally it. Anything you post going forward on Instagram will get automatically posted to Pinterest. But how can we make the most out of these new pins? And if you're like me, who now has this going to a secret board, how can we get it in front of the right audience on Pinterest? So if you do want to do this on lazy mode, you can have your pins going to a public board where the moment it goes live on Instagram, it's getting sent over to your Pinterest audience. And that in itself is really a game changer. But Instagram and Pinterest are fundamentally different platforms. Pinterest is traditionally considered to be a search engine, a platform where people go with a specific query, they're going to find something out, seek inspiration, figure out how to do something. It's very intentional. Where Instagram is a social media platform, originally more designed for connection, and now some people would even say it's just a media platform. It's a place where people go to be entertained, distracted, to consume things. There's not a specific mission or action in mind when they open the app. So in order to have our Instagram content perform well on Pinterest, we have to do just a little bit of tweaking, not that much, I promise, in order to get it to be served to the right people. So this is a little Instagram content audit that I like to include into my Pinterest workflow on a weekly basis at best and monthly at worst. The first thing I like to do is remove any pins that I feel just don't make sense for Pinterest. Although going forward, I don't think I'm gonna have to do this very much because I'm gonna make my own hashtag or phrase to filter these out. So some things that I might be deleting or archiving are graphics around different events or webinar sessions that are time sensitive and don't make sense on an evergreen platform like Pinterest. And before, I was also actually deleting lots of my carousels because they were previously uploading as individual pins, which did not make sense out of context. But Pinterest has added another update, which I think is super underrated, and I think it's my favorite. It's that carousels will now be bundled together when they come from Instagram to Pinterest. Now that you're left over with the pins that you actually want to get in front of an audience on Pinterest, it's time for the tweaking. You're gonna wanna click on Edit Pin for each one. You're gonna notice that there is no title and that in the description section, it pulled over your caption from Instagram. And while that's a great start, an Instagram caption and a Pinterest description serve very different purposes. A caption is usually adding a little bit of extra context, or maybe you're going on a completely separate rant, or you're adding in fun song lyrics or a mini poem, who knows what, maybe just a string of hashtags. A description on Pinterest needs to include keywords and key phrases that accurately describe the content so that Pinterest knows who to show it to. So it's important to take the time to do a little bit of editing of that caption, or perhaps completely write a new one, to make sure that your content is search engine optimized and is going to get in front of the right people. You also want to make sure you fill out a title with some key phrases and keywords as well. And once that title and description have been updated, you'll want to go back up to the top and update the board that the pin is living in. So you'll want to get it out of a general social board, whether private or public, and to a specific relevant board. From there, if you want to go the extra mile, you can add alt text to help people using screen readers understand what your pin is about. You can tag products and potentially cash in on some affiliate income. And you can also change out the direct link, which is basically where Pinterest will send people when they click on the pin. The default up until now has been that Pinterest has just been sending traffic back to the original Instagram post. But because a lot of creators and business owners want to use their Pinterest content to drive bigger picture marketing initiatives, a lot of people were going back and editing their Instagram linked pins to add in their website link instead. Pinterest has now made an update to reduce this extra step and will automatically have all of these pins auto-link to your claimed domain. If you're a creator who's juggling the constant challenge to be present on multiple platforms, you must link your Instagram to your Pinterest for auto posting. Put this strategy into place and watch your Pinterest grow with honestly not that much extra effort. And now that you're gonna have an influx of great fresh content over on Pinterest, watch this next for some more board setup best practices. Thanks for watching, and until next time.